Hello everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to Skye and Evan in the morning. And today I'm gonna be talking about newly released Sinners, the latest Ryan Coogler movie starring Michael B. Jordan and Hailee Steinfeld. And it is fucking peak, is it not, Evan?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's one I was thinking about the genre of this movie because I'm like, horror, right? I'm like,
Guess
not
so?
really,
Horror,
like
thriller,
it's
suspense? I don't know.
more than that. Well, like I love what Wikipedia just straight up says musical horror film. And it's like kind of, that's
Musical
kind of what it
horror.
is. It's
Yeah.
about music and about horror,
Yeah.
vampire movie from like people crashing like the coolest party ever.
It is, yeah. It's it's such a cool fucking movie. I was just talking to Evan about this when I first watched it. I thought the first time the pacing was a little off in the sense that like, and you said like you kind of felt similar, but it's like in the film, like it takes so long for the vampires to actually become like a thing and a threat, and for them to like
Well,
fight. Because like I was expecting this to be like an action movie throughout, but the only action is like for the last like 30-40 minutes.
yeah, I kind of like that. I like that a lot of the movie is them not being able to go inside because they have to be
Yeah.
invited into the home, and that's the whole thing with vampires. So they keep them at bay until they get them to like invite them in, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I found it funny how that worked, that you could just have them outside as the villains and just casually talk to the main characters because it's just like, what else are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
And there was
Can't come in.
so
So
much great material with that, especially with like Stack talking to to Smoke. Oh, it was so good.
I loved that as well because when he died, I was like, spoiler alert, by the way, but like when he died, I was like, oh damn, what one of them is gone. I'm like, okay, but then like, that's why they did it, to like have one of them be human, one of them be like a
A
vampire. I
vampire,
was like,
yeah.
oh my god, you should join us. It's so good. It's like,
Oh, it's so cool. I love the way they use vampires, and I mean the entire movie, right? Because it's so fascinating and it's so funny to white people talking about this movie. But anyway, it's a movie that is so clearly about the black struggle, and the vampires are like a metaphor for oppression of how
well,
like the world tries to sanitize, and like he says, oh, we're just gonna be so one big family, with the fucking clan members and the black people and the Irish guy, it's like,
you could you could call it like an indoctrination of
yeah,
culture, basically, just like. And I think the
sanitizing culture,
cool
which
thing
is
about that
why
is
I love that they
music.
used blues for that, because blues is the
Yeah.
perfect example of black music that was appropriated by white people. And I feel so bad
Yeah,
about loving blues and rock music as much as I do, because I'm like, oh yeah,
and the villains, they have like that Irish like swing song that they play at
yeah,
one point that's fucking diabolical. I loved that there was like a clash of the music. Even
yeah,
like the OST has that. Like it's not just like the songs that are like actually played in the movie. There's a clashing of music with the way the story's told, and
yeah.
it's
I mean,
it's just
music it is
music's such an important
so
part of the
important.
movie.
Yeah, so important for the movie, and it's what I love. I mean, I guess we'll get into that one scene now. But like the movie starts talking about how music, how sometimes music can be so
I
true that it can bridge the gap between living and dead, and past and present and future. And it is so cool they use blues like that, because it's what Slim says, that it's just like Delta Slim, that it's like, blues is like something they brought from Africa. It isn't like something that was imposed upon them, like Christianity. It is something that they brought, and it's part of their culture. And so when they had that wonder of preacher boy playing playing the blues, and we see just the clashing of a bunch of different times of people playing music, especially
well, just
music
yeah,
that is so characteristic for black people, hip hop and fucking rock music and everything. It was,
it's
I
it's all
ascended.
like anachronistic. It's basically just like musicians from like whenever, and like a
Yeah.
guy with an electric guitar is just full out there. I remember just being like, "Oh
The
my
second you
god!"
see the guy
I
with the
just
electric guitar, you're like, oh shit, it's going
they're
down.
just completely going for it.
Yeah.
I love that. This is the thing that I think is drawing people in is just how bold this movie
Yeah.
is. It is just not afraid to go because it feels like an independent movie in large part. It feels like a mid-budget movie, but the budget's like, $100 million. It was expensive to produce, but it still has that independent, like just blank check energy.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's saying. It's like they really did just give Ryan Coogler a blank check and let him do his own thing. And he killed it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this movie looks really good. Really, really good.
Oh yeah, it's the cinematographer. I was looking her up. It's the cinematographer who did Wakanda Forever. She's actually married to another cinematographer, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I she also did Loki early on, but relatively limited filmography. But it is an incredible
Yeah.
looking
I
movie.
mean, yeah, that one or when
Sets
we
and
cut it, the camera goes up and the entire place is on fire. Like that's one of my favorite shots. Like probably gonna be my favorite shot of the year. That was such a good shot of just playing music, everyone dancing with the fucking whatever barn sawmill is like all burned down with fire behind them. Everyone dancing and listening to music. It is so cool.
yeah. And the cast, by the way, as well. Like Miles Catton, he is
What a
20 years
debut,
old,
huh?
and this is yeah, debut film, and he apparently did not know how to play the guitar before he was in this movie. And like playing the guitar and singing and acting, talent in all of them. And he's like in Preacher Boy's kind of the main character of the
He
movie,
is.
it kind of like begins and ends with him. Like it's not really about Smoke and Stack.
Yeah.
They facilitate the plot, but it like
Yeah.
he brought
He's
the
the
main
main
character
character of
into
the
it.
movie, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. It's the entire thing of him searching for his purpose in life and he finds it through music. And it's so cool the way that it's like he's the
Contrasted with his dad, his like religious dad, who's like
yeah,
wanting to put the
well
guitar down in the opening.
that part, but it's like the movie's called Sinners and the movie's not trying to be like this
Yes.
super like oh no, the devil came for us and now I'm gonna go back to the Lord. When we see the ending of that beginning scene of him going back to the church with his dad and his dad is like, drop the guitar for the love of God. He doesn't. We cut to him in the car
Yeah.
holding the guitar. It's like he is a fucking
Well,
sinner. And that's what I think is so cool. Is like I'm not embracing the Lord, embracing the blues and his culture. It's like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
Well, something about the like you were saying there, like dropping your culture and the idea that Christianity isn't really as much something that's something more Western that was like imposed on black
Yeah.
people around this time. And I'm like, something that I laughed at is that the church is completely white. It's just painted bright white with like black crosses. And I'm
Hmm.
like, that was very much by design to like make it feel like that. He's holding onto the guitar and holding on to like a piece of his identity, and that's
Yeah.
being clashed with like the white church and like the religion trying to make him drop his dreams. So
Yeah, it's really cool. I love
uh
that the way and it's like they make the characters in the movie so fallible. Like they have so many issues, all of them, Smoke and Stack especially, but you kind of care for all of them because they're not bad people. They all have their own
well,
issues.
they feel like a community is what I loved. Like it just
Yeah,
feels like people in town who just know each other. Because like a big part of the first act is just Smoke and Stack just kind of like splitting up and trying to get people to the party, get the word out. And it
yeah,
just everyone just feels like they're like part of it, got like a little bit of history. And I love those kinds of movies that it feels like there was a movie before like the movie
yeah.
started
Oh yeah,
playing.
it is
And
so lived
yeah,
in. I mean, especially the stuff with what's her name? Haley Steinfeld's character.
Mary, I think.
I think so. Yeah, her as well because like there's a lot of history between her and Stack.
Yeah, he wanted it's the whole like classic gangster, trying to keep her away from me. Like you'll
Yeah,
never be safe. You're
keeping
nearby.
her safe. Yeah,
Wow.
Which, by the way, Hailee Steinfeld
Um,
was really good in this movie. Not the biggest fan of hers, but I thought she was really great.
yeah, the whole
The
cast
whole
really
cast,
as
yeah.
well. I was just looking them up. Funniest thing for me, I just realized the guy who played Cornbread, Omar Benson Miller, he's the cousin from Transformers. And what's the other thing that I remember? He's in a movie called The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I've seen him in a couple of things. Really funny actor and really funny role as like the bouncer, and that that moment where he's asking for his money and like he almost like bites like Smoke's arm off and he just shoots, like that was amazing. And uh Delroy Lindo, I believe. I was looking him up right
Hmm.
before we started the call, but another actor who he's one of those actors who like brings like the and in the cast type of a thing. Like the actor's like, oh man, like this guy's been around the block forever. And he was amazing in that too.
Yeah.
It's
It.
one of those things that I'm like I'm having trouble like coming up with micro details, but it's just like it's just a really good independently produced movie where it really feels like they gave the director just creative control. It's like Andor, where it's just they just let the filmmakers do their thing. It
Yeah.
feels like so limited with any studio interruption. And for it to be $100 million, like that is a very good step in the right direction. And it's making bank, even though it's rated R. So
I love it when stuff like that happens. Like, oh yes, film is a lie. Like a movie like this, just like through word of mouth, everyone's seeing it, everyone's loving it. So yeah, it's oh, I love this movie. I wish I could have seen it on IMAX. I really am so pissed that I missed the 1 week where it was on IMAX here, because seeing the
yeah, I
especially that one scene, because we always talk about that one scene because it's so fucking good. That one, or it's insane. I wish I could have seen that on
well,
IMAX.
Well, people are wondering like what can get people drawn into the theaters. I'm like making IMAX like quasi standard might be nice. Like more
Yeah,
like the 3D thing because that's the way it works, It's like 2 weeks, like you miss it, like sucks to be you. Thunderbolts is the new sheriff in town.
yeah.
It's like what? It'd be nice to have IMAX movies stay in theaters a little bit longer. And that's the other funny thing is that there were limited theaters that you could watch this in proper IMAX, even in the United
Oh
States,
yeah, because
and which
the correct version was 70 millimeter IMAX, right? And it's only a few
exactly,
theaters in the
yeah.
entire world.
It's a little ironic. I'm like, well, Ryan, like, why did you? Interesting to do that when that was like the supposedly correct format, and there's like damn near no places that actually like show films like that. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm glad he did it regardless, but I wish it were a little more easy to see this
yeah.
movie in IMAX because if that's the way he wanted it, then it's the way it should be.
Yeah. And it is interesting, like he didn't want to compromise his videos. Like, yeah, 70 millimeter IMAX is the correct version. And if you can't watch it, tough break, buddy. But yeah. Oh man, I love the music in oh, by the way, I fucking the mid credit scene. I think that just makes the movie
Oh,
so much cooler. Seeing them alive.
eh, did you like the end credits? I was kind of mixed on it. I'd heard about it. I knew that there was an end credits scene. I just like
Well, I'm talking
there's
about
something about the
the mid
frame.
credits. The end credits was fine. It was just, Miles Kane playing in a little line.
You mean when Mary and Stack come back,
Yeah,
right?
come to
I I
to
I,
talk.
I
Yeah,
consider that.
yeah, it's because
Is there
it's
an
mid
actual end credit
credits.
sequence or?
There is, yeah. It's Miles
Oh,
Caton playing Little Light on his guitar.
oh, I didn't know that. I thought
I told you to stay to the end of the credits, you silly.
I stayed to the end. This is why I'm
You
like,
stay to
fuck
the
you,
mid
dude.
credits.
With fucking like end credit sequences of just like make it the ending. Just it was fine. Like but they marveled it, and it's like it's not like Marvel's not setting. I'm like I know, but I don't know. I found it kind of weird that they used like the song. It made enough sense. Use the song to have the credits over it, but I think it would have been better if they just played the song out and then they'd gone in rather than it be like an entry, it's like someone here to see you, like come on in. Then he's like putting down his drink in slow motion, like looking at the door, and then boom, it's like, oh my god,
I
dude,
like that. It's
just,
like,
just
come on in. Just like, oh shit, they had to be invited in, and then you realize it's like, I think it's a cool moment. I remember when I first watched it, people were like, everyone was like, oh, because it was like, oh my god, the vampires.
I think it would have been nicer if they just were there in the crowd. Like imagine that, like, he plays and then he just sees them. Maybe they're just sitting stoic, like contrasting the crowd. It's like, oh shit. And then you do, because something about it felt like it was, because this is the thing about end credit sequences in Marvel. They're all just setting up the next movie. I'm putting together a crew. And it's almost been just like tarnished by that, but I'm like, you're not setting up a sequel, so just end the movie, Like, I don't know. That
Sure, I
bugged me a
mean,
little bit.
yeah, there are a
I
few
should I
people
should
who
see it
left.
again though.
There were few people who left in my theater before that the end of that scene, which I thought was funny because it was like, just wait till the song's over, like at least. It was weird,
Yeah.
but I really
Well,
liked
that's the
that scene
key
in
reason I
the.
stayed, because of the song.
Yeah, I mean the scene in itself I really like. I like what they do to round out, like he would say like the which by the way, fucking having Preacher Boy being played by Buddy Guy, that's fucking amazing. It's Buddy Guy, fucking famous ass blues writer,
Yeah.
musician if you're not aware, but yeah. And him saying like that was the best day of my life before the sun went down. And you say, yeah, that was the
That
last time
line
I
was the
saw
last time
I saw my brother. Last time I saw the sun. For a few
that's a hell of a
moments,
line.
we were
Last time I
free.
saw the sun.
Yeah, for a few moments, we were free. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, that was the irony, is that I liked the ending. It was just the framing, because it's like it doesn't even feel like an end credit sequence. They talk for like a solid 3 minutes
oh
or
yeah. It's
so
like
of
the
like,
actual just like ending
uh,
of the movie.
yeah.
It's weird, which is why it's funny that people left in my theater because I was like, okay, I mean, you're literally missing like the scene that's gonna round out the entire themes of the movie about oppression and how the only moment they could be free was tarnished by the people that came, you know, knocking at their door and everything. But, yeah,
Yeah.
but phenomenal movie. I love it. I love what it has to say about oppression, about the black experience. I love how it uses blues and just music in general. And
Well, and it
oh,
just has such a distinct sense of identity.
yeah,
It feels so true to like its time period. It feels so true to the filmmakers and the actors. Like everyone just seems proud to be on this
yeah,
film, and like they're just doing their own thing. It's Yeah, I would love to see more movies like this.
yeah,
More this is how I think we get back towards the mid-budget feature, where we get like under $100 million, but they still have the power to like draw in a large crowd and get people really excited about going to the movies, because this is it. This should be it.
yeah. It's. I hope Ryan Coogler does more stuff like this rather than doing like Marvel, because I'm not a fan of his Marvel movies, but I love this movie so much. This is like one of my
I don't
all-time
know if
favorite
he's
movies.
I don't know if he's going to be involved in Ironheart or whatever, and I'm
It's coming
pretty
out in like
I
2
don't
weeks,
even
right? Like Marvel just sending that out to die.
no one knows about it. It's so embarrassing. They keep doing that with their marketing.
Well, yeah, but like
It's
this
because they
time they
know
did
the
it
TV
even
shows aren't
worse.
working.
Well, yeah, I guess this is just like the last batch of like the TV shows they did. Um, with like the entire like try to
Yeah.
keep it a super connected universe. So they're like, well,
And
we
hey,
need to release it. So
they just started filming Avengers Doomsday, coming May 2026. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like, how did it get that bad? Like, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny too with Ryan Coogler, that like because before he did Black Panther, he did Creed as well, which is
oh yeah,
part of another franchise, is Rocky. So it's like, and he did Fruitvale Station and all that. It's not like he didn't do his own things, but I'm glad that he was able to make a movie like this that was just felt original and just something of his own.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I love this movie. If you haven't watched it, And I mean, I guess sorry for spoiling it for you because we spoiled the entire movie, but it's still worth watching even if you've been spoiled because the cool thing about the movie is the experience, like the presentation of the movie is like what sells it for you. The acting, the amazing music, everyone dancing and singing and everything. It's great.
And it's worth it in theaters. There
Yeah,
are some movies nowadays that people say that it's like, no,
yeah.
you could just wait for streaming. Not this one. You should, if you can see it in theaters still, you should see it in theaters because it's great.
On IMAX if you can, but obviously very select theaters that are still playing it on IMAX because of Marvel. Which I don't know, with Thunderbolts might be good, but it's like, uh,
How many scenes are even going to be optimized? I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
always hate that with like a movie. It's like, why do you get IMAX? You didn't even like shoot in IMAX. It just looks bigger. Or it's like, what?
Looks bigger. I mean, yeah, that is what it is. It just looks bigger. Uh, all right. Well, with that, I would say we both very highly recommend this movie.
Yep. I need to see it again. It didn't. I have that whole cynical energy whenever I watch a movie that just everyone loves, or I'm like, okay, guys, calm down. But I'm like, I should see it again
It's
to get a
fucking bullshit.
full
Everyone
grasp.
likes
But
this movie. Why am I gonna? No, I'm not gonna like this movie.
yeah, exactly. But I still was wowed. This is still like I would not go lower than like an 8 out of 10
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned. It's definitely a recommended for me.
yeah, for sure. Best movie of the year for me, I would say. So far anyway. So yeah. With that, Evan, it is time for you to recommend something.
Yes, it is. I got one that's been on my list for a while. Completely random one. Have you seen Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie
Oh, I
Foxx?
actually haven't. No.
How much do you know about it?
Um, doesn't Tom Cruise have like bleached hair in that movie?
Yeah, he's
I
got like
th-
white hair and a white beard.
I think that is the only thing I know about that movie.
Oh, you're in for a treat. I love Collateral. It's a really interesting, really good film. I don't look anything up, just see what it's like. It's surprising. It's really worth it.
All right. Well, I'm interested. It's one of those movies that I've always meant to watch and everyone has seen, and so I feel weird about not having seen. But yeah, fun times. All right, Collateral next week. With that, then,
Mhm.
folks, I suppose we'll catch you next week. So thank you for watching. Go watch Sinners in theaters 5 times. Give it all the money you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Bye bye.